Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Lake Macquarie is getting 4 new faces on council following the local government elections last month. Independent Anthony Swinsberg has been elected in West Ward, while Labor's Stacey Radcliffe, Liberal Matt Schultz and Lake Mac Independent's Michael Hanna will be the new representatives in East Ward. The makeup of the new council means no one group or party will have a majority on council. Labor's Adam Schultz won the mayoral vote. The Hunters Peak business body has described the region's workforce as stuck in a groove, as the latest unemployment figures show several sectors are losing workers. The jobless rate for August in the Hunter Valley rose from 4.1 to 5.2%, while Newcastle and Lake Macquarie rose slightly from 3.3 to 3.4. Business Hunter says despite strong population growth in the region since 2020, the Hunters workforce remains stuck in a groove and continues to struggle to meet demand under a sagging workforce participation rate. A man sentenced to more than a year behind bars for a violent attack on diners at a Cardiff restaurant has walked free from jail after appealing his sentence. 40-year-old Christopher Quinlivan went on a drunken rampage at Cardiff's seafood Italian cuisine in March this year, causing injuries to several diners who tried to restrain him. It's alleged his 68-year-old mother also took part in the drunken melee. Quinlivan's solicitor argued his client has been taking aggressive steps to address his alcohol issues and should complete his rehabilitation in the community. Quinlivan has been resentenced to a 2-year intensive corrections order and 150 hours of community service after spending 2 months behind bars. The Telecommunications Ombudsman says there are hundreds of disappointed customers across the Hunter and Central Coast. Peter Hislop reports.
Complaints about fault testing, that is, when a customer reports a fault which is then not properly fixed, rose sharply by 36% in the last financial year. The Central Coast was top of the list for statewide complaints. 857 reports were received from the region. The Ombudsman also found complaints about delayed or poor customer service levelled at Telstra, Optus and Vodafone took up most of the office's time. The watchdog is warning providers they'll need to improve their handling process so regional communication lines can be kept up and running.
Hunter Water has reached a major milestone in its commitment to green energy. The water utility has received the first power from its solar farm at the Ballakira Water Pumping Station. The 3.1 megawatt solar farm brings Hunter Water's total renewable energy generation to more than 6 megawatts, reducing its carbon footprint and generating cost savings of around $700,000 a year. The electricity generated will be used to help power the Grahamstown Water Treatment Plant and Tomago bore fields. An exhibition demonstrating the impact of mining on the Hunter region has won a gold accolade at this year's Good Design Awards. The work, titled Fossil Fables, is a collection of 3D models and photographs about the Hunter's mining industry. University of Newcastle Associate Professor Sam Spur says the 3D model is a significant achievement.
We were interested in how we could tell the story of extraction and mining in Australia and what the role of architects were in trying to tell that story. So I think mining is a really important part of Australian culture and Australian history. And it also has a lot of very large spatial and planetary consequences.
2NURFM Sport.
Knights football director Peter Parr believes Fletcher Sharp had to be extremely close to making the shortlist for the Dally M's Rookie of the Year. Despite averaging almost a try a match in his first NRL season, Sharp fell short of making the final 3, which will be between Dolphin Jack Bostock, Raider Ethan Strange and Shark Kyle Iro. Jets attacker Eli Adams is hoping the floodgates will open after grabbing his opening goal at his tenure at the club. Adams scored the winner in the side's first pre-season clash with Perth over the weekend and is likely to play in tonight's second match of the tour. Meanwhile, former Adamstown junior Peter Stone has been honoured with a field at the club's complex being named after him. The late midfielder made his first-grade debut for the Rosebuds at 15 and would become a mentor following the end of his playing career. Also, the Jets women's team will have their first pre-season clash this Saturday against Western Sydney to start their A-League preparations. That's sport. I'm Jessie Dennett.
And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 2, 3, 5, 24, 27, 31 and 32, and the supplementaries are 1, 4 and 35. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.